Hello guys, and welcome back to Car Focused. Today we are out in the Focus RS. This is a pretty basic video. It's literally one GoPro and me and the car, and that's pretty much it. No other camera angles, etc. Just me banging on for probably about 10 minutes or so. So if you don't fancy it, then check out now. Don't worry about watching it. If you do want to watch me babble on about the car and about what's happened with the car over the last year or so, then by all means keep watching. So yeah, I thought, you know, it's nearly October now. The car is going to be going away soon into the garage for the winter. So I thought it's probably the last opportunity I'm going to get to drive it with you guys on board, so to speak. And we haven't really been out in the car that much this year. I've done a few videos outside the car and talking about various things of the car, but as for driving, haven't done many. So here we are. So yeah, it's a nice sunny day. I thought I'd just bring you on a quick drive with me, enjoy a bit of the weather, have a little chat about the car, and then that's pretty much it. So the car is due its service and MOT next month in October. It's going to go to FJRS, and that is then going to be the last outing for the car. It will be sawned undercover for the winter. Not really too much things to do with it over the winter, unless something comes up and I decide to give it a go myself. I don't really have anything on the list really. It's made, the stuff that needs doing is for the professionals. So yeah, anyway, so last month, well this month, you probably saw it went to FJRS for its pre-MOT inspection. Everything's pretty fine. The only thing that was flagged up was the crust on the sill ends. So underneath the side skirts of the car at each end, it's getting a bit crusty there with a bit of surface rust. So that needs addressing. So next week I'm going to pay a visit to Platinum Paintworks, the paint shop who own the Fiesta RS Turbo that I did a review on a couple of years ago. I'm going to have a chat with those guys and just see what the best kind of thing to do is moving forward and get a rough idea on costs. I can update you on that if you so wish. But ideally the car, it just needs the bumpers coming off, the side skirts removing, having a good visual inspection, and then kind of pricing up what needs doing. Now the rear arches, I've been saying this since I got the car, but they haven't got any worse because the car lives in the garage, but they do need doing. There is light bubbling on the rear arches now under the paint, and the floor pan is dented in on either side where somebody's jacked it up in the past using the floor rather than the sills, so that needs pushing out and resealing as well. The sills themselves need kind of bending back into shape where it's been jacked badly in the past, and then it all just needs taking back to bare metal, repainting, protecting, job done. Front and rear bumper, the crash bars, they're not too bad actually, but they could do with just a nice new lick of paint, and then just everything treating behind them. And then once that is done, also the offside front wing, I'd like to get that repainted so it matches the rest of the car, because it's slightly off, and I've covered that before. It was dented, the previous owner had it resprayed, wasn't the best job. So yeah, there's that. So that will all be looked at before the car goes away, and then I can go away, tally it all up, and then work out what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, blah 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 blah. But I'm keeping the car. There's been no desire to sell this car at all. I'm coming up to 4 years of ownership this month actually, and there is no way that I'm going to sell this car. This is a keeper. It's all paid for. It's the car of my kind of dreams, as you all know, since it was released back in 2009, and to own it now is like a dream come true. I do a lot of cool stuff with the car as well in relation to my Instagram, so I've hosted a couple of meets now. I did one caffeine and machine a few weeks ago on my own, and then we've done one, well I've done two actually with FJRS. It went really well both times, so it's nice to get out and meet other Mark II owners, you know, other Ford owners as well, and I just feel this car is all part of that, and without it I wouldn't be able to do things like that. So not only do I love the car to bits, I also like the kind of lifestyle around it and the community around the car too. So yeah, no plans to sell. So long term, I just want to preserve and still use it. So I do roughly like 4,000 miles a year, 3,000 to 4,000 miles a year in it, and I want to keep it that way. So I want to keep using it. I don't want to have it hidden away over the summer. It's going to be used over the summer for sure. Oh God, this is just an absolute animal, absolute animal. Bloody love this thing. Never gets boring as well. Every time I jump in it and drive it, I just absolutely love it. Just seriously, like nothing else. I know I say it before, I've said it before time and time again, but even by today's standards, it's still quick and it still handles well, and it can keep up with a lot of modern day hot hatches. Oh, just absolutely, induction noise, the exhaust noise, it's just a pure beast. Anyway, sorry, I got completely sidetracked then. Where were we? So yeah, I want to keep using it. I want it to be really tidy, not 100% mint, because it's not going to be mint if I'm still using it, but I want it to be nicely protected, rust-free, a nice summer usable car that I can take to shows, looks the part, but it's not so mint that I don't want to drive it. So yeah, get the paintwork sorted out, and then possibly an underbody restoration, a proper one. I know I did the Lano guard and treated it all and protected it, but it'd be nice to get the bits off, properly powder coated, a few new nuts and bolts and stuff, and just get it looking nice and swish under there. And then using it over the summer, it's going to stay pretty well preserved if I'm not taking it out in the winter, and I can get many more years out of it rust free, hopefully. So that is the plan with the car, just to keep it nice and tidy, look after it, keep it nice and maintained. I would still love to go MR375. It's just, I feel other things are taking priority at the moment, and probably the longer I leave it, the less likely it is to happen. But it's still something I would like to do in the future. Again, I need the fuel pump and the map, and that's it. I'm pretty much there. But yeah, I don't really know. The car still is pretty quick, but I would like to go MR375, and I'd love to go Club Sport, but the wheels and the brake, they're just so expensive. And in this kind of day and age, the cost of living crisis and all that jazz, and my mortgage going up £400 a month, believe it or not, I just can't justify it. So yeah, we'll see, who knows. But I need to also start stockpiling spare parts as well for these, because RS tax really is kicking in now. Stuff is just becoming really expensive, so any bits I can see I want to stockpile. I'm already buying a few little bits here and there, but yeah, I'm still totally in love with the car. I'd still recommend anybody buy one of these cars that's wanting to buy it, and you need to do it sooner rather than later, because these cars are kind of at an area now. The prices were going quite silly, and now they're kind of stabilising again. I think they're not really dropping too much, but they're not going up. So it's another one of those times where if you want to get one, get it done soon, because the more time goes on, the more expensive they're going to become, particularly for low milers. But yeah, I'd always recommend one of these cars as a toy. It's a bit of fun. Life away from the RS, I've still got the Cupra. Cupra's still there. I was looking around to maybe sell it to buy a Focus ST diesel estate. The market's so crazy at the minute. I was going to get shafted part exchanging it, and then I was going to get shafted on the what am I trying to say here? On the dealer markup as well for the car I'd buy. So I'd probably lose £2,000 part X, and I'd have to pay an extra £2,000 on the markup. It's just not worth it, unless I was going to do it all privately, which is a bit stressful. But yeah, I've still got the Cupra. I do keep looking around on Marketplace at cheaper stuff, and do I sell the Cupra, pay off the loan and buy like a cheaper hot hatch again? But I don't know. You know what it's like, guys, being a petrol head. We always have these kind of thoughts of selling stuff and buying new stuff, and really the most sensible option is just to keep things how they are. But I'm always kind of sniffing around. But like I say, the one thing that is stable in my life is this car. So yeah, I know that I want to put some effort into this and a bit of money as well long term. Anyway, crack these windows down a bit, because we've got a nice sheltered area of road here where you might be able to hear the exhaust a bit. So of ownership, and I still absolutely love it. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I also want to put some new number plates on this. I tracked down the original dealer for this car, which is Aberdare Ford in Wales, which is where the car initially come from. You might have noticed it's got a Charlie Echo prefix on the number plate, which is Wales. They sent me out some number plates ages ago, and I just thought it'd be a nice touch just to get the original dealer plates on. I'll do a video on that because I've noticed quite a lot of cars have wonky number plates, and I've got a way of putting them on dead straight, measuring up and stuff. So I'll do a quick video on that when I do fit them. When that'll be, I do not know. But yeah, that's it guys. It's just an update on the car, just to let you know I'm still loving it. No intentions of getting rid of it, and just what I plan on doing with the car over the next 12 months or so. But yeah, that is it. The next video, I'm going to Mountune next week to review a Stage 1 Seat Leon Cupra 280, and I'll do a bit of a comparison to my Cupra 300, but that will be next week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's it guys, just an old school video, bit of a vlog really in the car. Any questions or any suggestions, please drop them in the comments box below. But until next time, as always, take care, and I shall see you soon.